Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Head Cheers, where we call, review, and ranking things we have seen.
And hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another instalment of Classics Corner.
Yeah, anyway. So, today we're going to talk about two shows that has the cinema from the 90s, which is animated and superhero-like. X-Men and Batman, the animated series. So, do you want to start with? Anything you want to start?
Yes, this is a series we all grew up watching at some point, even if you weren't born in the 90s, the best decade.
Well, that's subjective, but either way, let's begin. So, let's start with for X-Men. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what do you generally think about X-Men?
Well, I didn't watch it until much later on. This was like when I was much older. So, X-Men for me was that show that pretty much, even if you don't like cartoons, you've probably seen or heard.
Yeah, I mean, it was quite popular in the 90s, and it was...
Quite popular is understatement.
Yeah, it is very popular, to be honest with you. So, in general, let's start from the beginning. What do you think of the story? What do you think of the scenario set up, then? Generally, what it's about? Well, first thing, what it is, though. Why don't you show me what it is?
Not great.
Well, do you have anything to tell about it? Like, well, anyway, generally, you saw, like, the...
Well, the thing about the story is that okay, the basic setup is about how there's prejudice against mutants. The prejudice of mutants represents real life prejudice.
In the 90s, it's a bit iffy, but still, it has a cool concept, at least.
I know it's the main concept of X-Men, but it's just sort of... The first season is very weak.
Well, anyway,
It takes longer to get
I mean, obviously, for those who don't know, X-Men is essentially like a rebellious underground, run by Charles Xavier, who works at a school for gifted of people mutants. And he has this little group of sort of like freedom fighters, if you will, and they basically the goal is to make sure they fight against danger, help people in need, and also prevent harm with other powers like the Brotherhood of.
Basically, they're peacekeepers to stop the hatred of mutants getting too far.
Yeah, and as well as stopping Magneto's group, which is the Brotherhood of
Evil.
Brotherhood of Evil, really?
Well, the Brotherhood of Mutants, but I call them Brotherhood of Evil.
Anyway, which mutant is essentially wants the power for mutants to overcome against humans. So in other words, a war with them. So and basically, Charles Xavier is about peace. Magneto is about war, and they have the two collide with each other. A conflict between what ideal is best, and
right.
you know,
aggressive or passive, you decide.
Yeah. And generally, I think it was okay. I mean,
good.
I do find the prejudice a little bit, you know, like one-sided a little bit. Like there's just sort of hate them because
they're dangerous.
Like you a mutant, you have super strength and speed. I mean, I can't imagine that a CEO would go like the same way where he can do a good job of like I don't know, doing his work extra fast and stronger in instructional work. You know. Efficiently better job than in more human.
Well, don't forget, in real life, if someone takes a personal dislike to someone, it doesn't matter how good they are.
But then again, if you're a boss who has an employer that does a better job than most, you would hire him.
No, that's not how life works.
No, I'm sorry, I'm not kidding. That's...
in life, if you don't like the person, it doesn't matter how good they are at something.
No, not all of them. I mean, generally, if they do enjoy
it. That's the general life.
No. Look, it only makes sense in practical stuff. Like, if you have a business and that person does give 50 extra, like, if they, for example, like making clocks, and that person can make 500 clocks in an hour with his abilities, would you hire him?
If I hate him, I wouldn't.
Why would you hate him?
If I have a personal dislike for him,
Why would you dislike him?
Don't know.
Why? That makes no sense.
That's real life.
Oh, shut up! That doesn't. Okay, no, you're making this. The point is that the prejudice is a little bit one-sided. I mean, there are sense why they don't like them. Like you can argue that they're powerful and they're dangerous. However, oftentimes the origin tends to be a bit vague and they just seem to do the thing. But all in all, at least it gives a clear statement of danger and fear, and there's also the extremeness against them. Now, it's a bit sided little parts, but it's not too bad. It's actually very well. There's tension, there's a danger, and there's some sense of, progression or goal. And although the storyline's a bit weak at parts, but there are exciting elements about later on, and the voice acting helps a bit later on.
I'll give it this: it's better than the stories of a lot of kids shows that you see out nowadays.
Oh gosh, no! Don't start. At least it has at least a bit more of a, dare I say, boldness. You get later on about Apocalypse and the alternate universe.
Anyway, tell me what's the characters.
Yes. So the characters then. What do you think?
Okay, starting with Cyclops, most bland main character I've ever seen in my life. I can't believe it's a main character. Wolverine.
Yes. Yes, Xavier. I shall do it for you. Yes. Continue.
Yeah. Jean Grey, oh my god, she's pointless until she becomes evil.
I'm just too not powerful enough until I become a very powerful person later on, which is the Phoenix later on.
Yeah.
But what else?
Storm.
Winds, fire, torments and fires and balls of fire. Ring down the winds, let the rain fall. Very passionate and overpowers, isn't it? I mean, gotta admit, I like her performance though. Very, you can tell it's this personality, but there's already passion. Like she's going to be a sorceress, but she's like straight from Shakespeare opera, if you will. But it fires and falls, and you know. What do you think of Charles and Magneto?
I like Magneto more than Charles.
Really?
Charles is the biggest idiot in the God's green earth.
Gosh, come on, explain.
I mean, you're purely passive all the time.
Well, it's not. That's the point of this character, right? He's supposed to be a
His goal is to promote the understanding of mutants. How?
Yeah, but he does a lot of talking and a lot of persuasion. He's more in the mind and.
Yeah. Who does he talk to?
What do you mean?
In the whole series, I've never seen him talk to any leaders and try and reason
What
with them.
about Magneto?
Yeah, Magneto.
Well, even again,
His old childhood friend.
It is a bit simplistic of his, but nonetheless, there is a sense of his motive. And
at least Magneto's up front. If he's doing his aggressive approach, he's aggressively in the face of the person who's.
Well, the point is that he's supposed to be. Well, at least he talks to Magneto, which is the biggest conflict between both.
No, the biggest conflict is the senator guy who clearly needs diplomacy.
Yeah, but then later on in the series, it comes different focus, like general villains, but mostly Magneto.
My point is, Professor X is stupid.
Okay, well, the point, generally there are elements about this, alright?
It's Saturday morning cartoon syndrome. He's not going to actually do the thing he wants to do.
Well, he's okay. To me, he's okay. He's elements about smartness, and he's clear, and anyway, he's fine. I mean, granted, he's just not as worse as X-Men Evolution.
Don't get those starts on that.
Oh, trust me, you used to talk about stupid character. Well, this character just
we'll get into that another time.
Anyway,
that's an hour-long
but
conversation.
anyway, you got Rogue, which is very lovely. I mean, that country western stuff. Good.
Are you interested in that? Is it nice little country western girl with a southern drawn voice? Good. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh, shut up, you. I mean, she's just nice, appealing, and she's just a fun character. She's energetic, she's outgoing, she's lively.
Wow.
Oh, shut up, you pain. Next, you're gonna tell me this. Anyway, the point is that the characters are adding personality, and basically they're not as depth, but there are personality and variety. There's colour and flavour into them. It also helps with their costume as well. And
so the costume helps, I see.
Oh, shut up. But the general character. Oh, I forgot one person character. Logan, Wolverine. What do you think?
I like him from the series. It's just the first season he's very
Well.
overrated.
Well, okay, I can some clever. He's a bit like a walking punching box thing. It's like angry.
What's a punching box?
Well, you know, like the person who does punch things and punch around.
Do you mean Meathead?
Possibly a little bit, yeah. I mean, there isn't actually much of a character to him apart from. But then again, this is a starting point of the series.
Mm-hmm.
And the first season, you see that one, but you get later on a bit more.
Later on he gets better.
Yes, he gets more. You see more development to this character.
It's more fun to watch.
And also, there are others on board. See, he's still an interesting, compelling character.
Yeah, he is.
And there's this kind of little, like, later on subplot between Jean Grey, this little triangle.
Later.
Anyway, the point is that he has elements to character, and it is enjoyable nonetheless.
Yeah.
And the Sentinels is sort of the main thing you said about.
Well, they're the main representation of human hatred in this show, and basically it's a thing of man can't control machines. Have you ever heard of the monkey's paw?
Yes, I heard of it, yes.
Basically, it's like that, where you have to, if you tell it, it'll give you exactly what you want,
I see.
and that can cause problems.
Yes, interesting.
That's the Sentinels in a nutshell.
Well, they're all a bit impractical as you can get, because
Big, giant-
imagine making multiple of them and giant and they destroy property. Yeah,
Big
I think the
giant
government
robots
would
you say
probably.
you'd kill.
Well, yeah, but then the gig government would just put them up because they're more impractical and expensive they are. I mean, come on, you can expect to build 50 of them to get one mutant small human that can go destroy buildings around it. It's a bit costly.
What, it's for the safety of
It
mankind?
is a bit stupid, don't you think? I mean, would it make sense if they were smaller, but like agents of Sentinels rather than like human size? So
But
it'd be
it's
more
for the
streets?
good of mankind, and we gotta think of mankind.
In general, the characters are a little bit sun, but then there are a lot of flavour and personality to them.
So, okay, final thoughts.
It is very well. It is very enjoyable fun. Music's right. The animation's a bit quick, but nonetheless, it is fairly detailed. And not to mention the tension and the stories are fairly well. It has a excitement and there's danger, there's thrills, and there's some sense of message to it. Just generally saying about ideas at the time. Granted, it might have been talking about prejudice, which even in the 90s is a bit of a stretch because it does seem to tell you that there's a fighting for something, but no, we're about rebel without a cause. But nonetheless, it is still an intention, it's still exciting, and it is an enjoyable series nonetheless. Not mentioning the opening intro, it has a catchy for some nostalgic people.
Basically the best opening intro of the 90s.
Yeah. Compared to, unlike the second best, because the next one would be Batman, the animated series, obviously. Keep talking. What do you think of Talking Series?
Batman the Animated Series. The love of many fanboys.
Yes.
Sam?
Yeah?
What do you think of Batman's story?
Oh, it's excellent. I mean,
Oh my god, I just orgasmed.
just shut up. I mean, what can I start with? For Batman, is this version, animated series is, of course you know Batman. He's a classic character. He's some people say he's one of the darkest superheroes in superhero history.
Well,
But also one of the
Batman
most
next.
beloved superheroes, but even children who dress up like them. He's the kind of guy that likes to be in the dark. He's the knight, he's the avenger, he's Batman. Of course you know. This is animated series. Batman the Animated Series is set in 1940 style film noirish type cinematic world, where he has a mixture between sort of advanced technology with 1940 style. Also, I kind of miss just how bold the direction and context that this series has. Like compared to modern day ones,
Which you can blame this show for, because every one show after this wants to be just like it.
elderly, and it just makes you more realistic and more sophisticated. It's smart. It's actually well written, and generally it's a cinematic and a good tension. It keeps you tension. It doesn't pace around of one character's emotional tragedy. It keeps it going.
Even though Bruce Wayne constantly mows about his tragedy.
No, it's not that bad.
Every episode.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, the pacing's good. Otherwise, if it was a live action, we would do it for an hour worth of him moping. But otherwise, this is like a 30 minutes, and the pacing and keeps going. It's a decent pace, doesn't it?
But it still reminds you of most
Oh,
episodes.
shut up. But anyway, the storyline itself has a very cinematic way. There's pacing. It is all this episodic. You can watch the beginning, middle, and end without necessarily watching the beginning to find out what's going on. You can watch any episode of each, and the storyline itself is.
But I'll
fine.
say this about the stories. We'll get into the villains and characters later, but if you don't have a strong villain for each episode, it's very weak.
Okay, what are you going to get the characters then? Let's go for start for the most main for.
Okay.
Obviously, Batman.
What do you think of Batman in this
To me,
series?
he's probably the best Batman around because he's one of the kind of guy that shows sophistication but not too heartless. Sort of a character that has generally a human in them. Like you do see him elements of interacting with people. You do have this little dry sense of humour a little bit, and also a little bit of charm, but also intelligence and wit. He's not like an emo Batman he is these days. Like, oh, go away! Go away! Don't love me, Superman, I don't want your help. Are you sure, Bruce? You can help me. No! I don't want to help you. But he doesn't, he does later on, of course, in the Justice League a little bit, but in this version, he's possibly the most human of the Batman, and also still most capable as well. I think the best of it, he doesn't say anything at all, but his presence and his actions.
Well, he does say stuff, but says little.
But with Batman, you do see his presence, his action, it is quite cool. It's also a very good visual medium. I miss visual medium that tells a story when they're just talking, and also just pacing around. But anyway, the character himself is good. Robin himself is fine.
Robin.
I mean, he's decent. He's a bit of a corny and a little good, but no, he's
an
fine.
idiot.
What? Okay, what explain?
Dick Grayson is just lame.
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 Is that stupid or just like,
No, just pathetic. Lame.
How's that stupid then?
What does he do? Contribute to the show going, hey kids.
Well, he was that in the first. Well, the reason for that because during the 1940s,
It was for the kids.
it was during the time because a lot of fathers weren't around at the time, so they introduced the characters as being relatable for the youngsters. Because this is from the comics of the 40s, mate.
I don't care.
He's a classic character. He's in Adam West. He's a
He's been. They
He's
made
a
him
popular
better.
character. You always wouldn't have Teen Titans.
Yeah, they made him better in other shows.
Yeah, but still, the origin from him, and that's classic. Look,
But
he's
he's
fine. He's fine. He's DC. He's not too. I mean, at least he's not like age 10. And he's. And
If he was 18 and badass, I wouldn't care.
but he was age 10 and like Ben 10 and all you like.
At least Ben 10's more of a badass.
Oh well, at least it's not compared to Batman, Teen Titans character. Anyway, the point is, he's a decent character. He's fine. Not completely memorable as Batman, but he's still capable and hard-working a partner with Batman. You got Batwoman, who's most of it just
Batgirl.
Batgirl, which is essentially alright. I mean, she's decent. She was
Yeah,
similar to. Alright?
Yeah.
I know that she's okay. I mean, I do like her, and she's like, I want to be part. I want to be. And he's this the daughter of Commissioner Gordon. Gordon himself is good in this one. He's hardworking but fair. He's the kind of best. He's the really typical good cop, doing his best he can to sort of in peril situations of Gotham. And then let's move on to the biggest thing about Batman characters:
the villains.
The villains. Now, what do you think of the villains?
Okay, starting off, Joker, best villain ever made. No one's ever topped him since.
Yes, that's right.
Best
Mark Hamill. Joker. Yeah, I mean, Joker in this version is a mixture between twist, humour, and also sophistication. Do you think he's a bit? What do you think of him in general? This one.
It's the best Joker. It's the most evil Joker without being over the top.
Yeah, I mean, you do see later on in other mediums that they do try to push him more of a psychotic, even more to the point where it becomes like a completely like Marilyn Manson style Joker. I don't mean start out on Suicide Squad version, but the point is like I'm damaged and just written his forehead in that film. Good grief, that's a bit silly. But the point is, in the Joker in this one, you see him and all these crazy and wacky at the same time, deadly and psychotic, chaotic. Because his actions
and very marketable.
But the point is, you see him as robbing banks and robbing jewelry, and you see him as generally a criminal of robbing cash and having henchmen.
So popular as sidekick Harley Quinn has become popular by comparison.
She's actually created for the series, but because of the series, Harley Quinn existed, and she's just most one of the lovers.
Harley Quinn would not be possible without Joker's popularity.
I mean, there's like, and there's also this sense of like love, this sort of like twisted romance between them. It's actually quite fascinating. It's like in a very twisted sense, but no, it's quite charming.
In a kids show.
Yeah, but then you also got Two-Face, which is Harvey Dent, who's had this sort of split personality disorder. You have Scarecrow, who's obsessive psychologist who's obsessed with the study of fear.
Wants to make everyone afraid.
Because he wants revenge. In the first episode,
again, he's kind of
revenge of the university because he wants to prove that it's saying. You got the most sympathetic villain,
Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze, which is like sort of like oh woe's me is a Cortez.
A classic Shakespearean villain.
Which is quite, you see the sense of empathy, but there's not point you care, and also understand the motives. And there's the Croc, which is just like not the most strong weak one, but nonetheless it has an. You also have. But fairly decent one.
Poison Ivy.
You got Poison Ivy, who's again just obsessed with look after her plants, and knows how it's poison, and also the kiss of death, if you will.
Oh, basically she's an environmentalist and a feminist.
Seriously? What? Really?
Yes.
Environmentalist maybe, but how is he a feminist?
How many episodes you see her talking how strong she is as a woman and how women reserve rights? You see it in most episodes.
Well, okay, maybe maybe an obsessive activist, maybe, but I didn't really think of that far. I mean, I thought just as an environmentalist gone crazy, but just strong lady. But then, mind you, some of the characters in some of the show, even a little girl said, "Men," which is like weird from its little 10-year-olds. But the point is, and they also got like a Catwoman, which is sort of a love interest to Batman, kind of like she's
as a villain.
But also a secret love interest to Batman, which is quite fun to character to her. But oh no, the characters themselves are great. I mean, Penguin as well.
I love Penguin.
I mean, he's quite fun, but there are excitements about this character. The one thing I like about these characters in general is how grounded and human they are. How plausible and emotive.
No one's ever written villains like this.
One thing I also like about is the motive. They're actually very reasonable at first glance. They do get
Can I speak on this?
Sure.
When you see a show or a cartoon, you show your kids.
Yeah.
Sam and I will both complain about how a villain wants power, money.
Yeah.
But it works if you want power or money because.
Yeah.
So many shows don't bother with because it's a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah.
Every villain in this show has a reason for what they want.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, really, you see like Lloyd saying more cartoons like in Disney that they seem to be very power.
What's that about Disney? How much you love it?
Don't be started. Please don't be started, Disney. No, please. That corporate mouse continues like you Marvel, but then that's completely different. Anyway, the point is, a lot of the shows that does tackle on villainy are like power and money, which in Batman the Animated Series, there's at least a bit more to it than just money. It's sometimes revenge, sometimes it's cure, sometimes it's power. It's for power rights. Sometimes it's for the plants. Sometimes it's for even generally for a kin but mob boss type style, and also general gangsters, which is just regular general gangsters who want power. You know, like 1940s gangsters that Batman faced sometimes, which is like keeps it grounded, like Falcone, which is a very sensible. I kind of also miss how villains, even in like say Falcone, who's just a sensible business about powerful and can be ruthless, have like a web, like a mastermind puppets to powerful people a little bit. But the thing is, I like the characters suggesting how most, but also smart. I like how general smart the Batman the series are. It's sophisticated, its context is real, and yet it doesn't go extremely morbid about them like most modern shows. It kept it but most importantly,
and ironically, it inspired most modern shows.
Well, it might have been pushing the boundaries of what could we do to make it darker and grittier and more violent, but they've forgotten about what makes it good, or generally smart, and what fits the context, because you're pushing reality out the window when later shows, ironically, with trying to be more sophisticated and adult.
But let's face it, shows today just aren't as good.
Well,
call me an old man with my cane and a big bushy beard, but I just don't. Shows today are not as good as they once
well,
were.
there are good in elements about them. It just, to put it simply for me, I like series like Daredevil, the Netflix series, and Arrow. They seem quite morbid, and they have this sort of very cold-hearted.
Sam, remember, they're for adults.
Thing is, they're originally based from comic books that were tangibly for what children like. You might, but right now, let's go for the animated series. Batman is an excellent show. It has good cinematography. The music is fantastic. Orchestra, bits of Danny Elfman, but also elements from other new orchestra music. The characters are very well written. There's three-dimensional. There's layers to them. And generally the cinematography and the animation is fantastic. The lightings, the shadows, the scenery around, it's an amazing look at. Well, because it's made from Japan elements, Toho animation a little bit, which is kind of why the animation is so compelling. Because detail in Japan is crucial. We must detail. But I don't know, it is a very enjoyably smart series. And it's kind of a miss where smart shows like this for children to watch is rare these days. Most of the time they're trying to be comical or just whimsically stupid.
And if you want to know what we more think of that, tune in next time for our next Pick Your Poison, and we'll tell you more about what's wrong with modern shows today.
Well anyway, we're back to it. Anyway, to wrap it up.
Two of the best shows in the 90s. If you ever want to see the 90s cartoons in a nutshell, sit down and watch these two.
Yes, they're all exceptionally well, and they're basically one of the good ones. And we both enjoy them least, so you might enjoy them as well. Anyway, thank you for watching. You all take care.